I want to look into the Lisa Marie Presley memoir. I have read it. I have all my notes. I have some questions over there that I want to look into. And I'm wondering, like, how much is missing out of this book? And there's some other questions I have that we didn't get answered in the book. That's what we're going to look into today. So if you haven't yet, this is the book. If you haven't read it and you're going to, then don't watch this video. Not for you. And if you're a big fan of Priscilla Presley, also not a video for you. Okay. Anyhow, so we have the book From Here to the Great Unknown. It's a memoir. And, I'm just saying, first thing that was disturbing to me was Oprah's book club seal. Just saying. Anyhow, so Riley finishes this book. She's asked by her mom to help finish this book. And inside the book, you find that they say... Okay, here's a little way to distinguish it, right? So here's when Riley's writing, it's in this sans serif font, and when Lisa Marie's speaking, it's in a serif font. So that's how the book goes, so you know who's speaking. And my goodness, there's a lot of interesting things in this book. So first, I want to start with, let's do a major arcana spread, because I want to see, what can we know? What's the energy behind this book? Of course, all alleged for entertainment purposes only, not facts, psychic downloads, snarky opinions. You know the deal. Because I'm thinking, were things left out intentionally? I'm just wondering. So the whole book that we have now, what can we know about what we're dealing with at this point? And we're using the Hydesville Major Arcana Tarot. So just Major Arcana cards in this deck. Let's see. Okay, so we're talking about Lisa Marie Presley. So we have the star card. Makes sense. Got it. Okay. Past struggle is about the secrets. That makes sense. And here, okay. So the book is a little bit of smoke and mirrors. So we're not getting everything. I mean, some things can be private. But I'm thinking we're not getting certain things that I think we should have been entitled to. Probably things that Lisa Marie Presley, wanted to put out. But anyhow, the overriding concern, we put out too much of the secrets. Certain worlds turn upside down. Certain relationships turn upside down. Okay. Underneath it all, the Emperor. There's some other party. I don't know who yet, but there's some other party here who basically is the gatekeeper of the information that is released. The fear. How much can we include? How much do we take out? How much can we do to get this to print, to fulfill wishes? But it's a watered down version. Okay, obsession. Judgment. We're going to have to get some Mildred Payne because I'm curious about this judgment. The obsession with the judgment. Trying to pass judgment, but not saying everything. I guess we're hoping that people can read between the lines. All right. Driving ambition. Trying to make this the official record of what Lisa Marie Presley wanted it put out there. The main obstacle. The main obstacle is that a lot of her life was already out there. And so we're trying to do down the little path. Like, this is how everything happened. This is all the feelings. This is all the stuff, which we know is not true because there's so many of the interviews that have been recorded for posterity. And things don't jive. Just saying. Okay. Let's bring out Mildred Payne because I do want to see about this judgment going on here because that's curious to me. But we'll get some more information on all the other stuff. Alrighty. So it's about Lisa Marie Presley shining a light on what is there, giving some new surprising information that we haven't had. So there's surprising information in the book, that's for sure. The past struggle with the secrets. Got an iceberg and a lighthouse. Okay. We're navigating against obstacles. There's obstacles, there's landmines every way we turn, so we can't put out the whole deal. Okay, the smoke and mirrors here in the future. We're cleaning up certain things. Okay, we're cleaning up certain things because we are hitting up against El Diablo, some challenging things where we can't necessarily point too many fingers at too many people and their bad deeds. Okay, because here's our Wheel of Fortune, our overriding concern. Threats of lawsuits. There was threats of lawsuits, in my opinion. Threats of taking who knows of what. That could be whatever interest were left, estate things. Okay. We have this emperor. What's going on beneath the surface? We have this emperor gatekeeper person. So there's somebody who said that goes in, that stays out. That goes in, that can stay out. No, oh gosh. Heavy-handed person controlling what's inside this book. Is it Priscilla? I don't know. The fear, trying to walk. This is a creative narrative, a creative way to walk the fine line of the information that's already out there. These are the facts, but creative web being spun. All right, judgment, the obsession here. Okay, so I don't know if this is Priscilla or if this is Elvis Presley Enterprises or some other type of entity, but this is about the machine. The judgment card here, the obsession with the judgment is we're trying to make sure that Presley family, Elvis Presley, Lisa Marie Presley, whatever those entities are that are most valuable, to keep them to be the most valuable, to keep the money coming in. You just can't go out there and put all sorts of different things out there. You just can't expose it all. You just can't do it. If you do it, you're going to fall into a trap and it's not going to be good for you and it's going to mess up everything. Driving ambition. This is that governing body. It's about how people perceive the family, Elvis, the legacy, Lisa Marie, all the players, right? This is like Presley is a part of the American fabric. It's a permanent thing going on. So we need to make sure that we're not making anything too juicy out here. Too many secrets could be revealed. All right, main obstacle, we have we're trying to make this seem like it's a wonderful little effort here, but there's a lot of secret knowledge nobody's knowing about, right? We're just trying to walk into, here's our memoir. Yeah, this is it, I swear. Yeah, okay. But certain things have been stamped out because we can't have it. We can't have the full truth. You can't handle the truth. Oh gosh, nobody can ever handle the truth. Or more like certain people don't want their secrets out there. Just saying. My opinion. All right. Go hang out back here, Mildred. Okay, so that's about the book. Let me ask this because I'm curious. Let's do 3 piles. We're going to do Priscilla. We're going to do Elvis Presley Enterprises, which I think is its own iteration of whatever. And then third party, whoever that may be. Who was this governing body on what could come out and what could not? Who is this governing body? Is it Priscilla? Is it the Elvis machine? Or is this some other shadowy figure in the dark? Who knows? I'm using, this one is, what is this called? It's a Christina Ricci tarot deck. Link will be down the video, underneath the video. All right. So Priscilla, let's put her, bank, 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 bank. All right, come on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3. One more. Bink. All right, here's Priscilla's. 2 of Wands. Knight of Swords. El Diablo. Why are we not working today? Can we work today? Can we work today? Work with me. There we go. We have the 6 of Swords. And then we have the 9 of Cups. Okay. So I'm getting a lot of that energy of like, think to the future. This factory machine, the Elvis machine, just feeds itself and just makes money, and it's just a constant thing. We don't want to do too much, right? With our 201s, right? We need to keep things humming along, think about it for the future, for the kids, da da da. We have the Knight of Swords. This is like we're solving problems, but it's also like fighting for what's right. You know, don't sully people, don't do it. We have the Devil energy, which is, anytime I see this Devil energy, is just so annoying because most of the times with these readings, this is about the Eyes Wide Shut crew, right? And they want to keep what they have hidden and the way they want it, okay? So I don't like that. It's not, I don't know. I'm looking at the camera trying to fix it so it's not all blurry down. Yeah, 6 of Swords, and then it's just a whole fairy tale relationship. Kumbaya. We're just one big happy family. All right. This is EPE. 8 of Pentacles, just continuing to make that money. 4 of Pentacles, holding on to that money, right? Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. 2 of Swords, making a decision. They're a part of it as well. They're the magician energy here, the smoke and mirrors. There's like certain things we don't want you putting out. Okay? Yeah. 8 of Wands. So we have 2-part, at least my opinion, in charge of what's getting let out, what's being said here. And 3rd party. Ace of Swords. Ace of Cups. Okay, so there's multiple parties involved in what was put into this book and what was kept out. King of Pentacles. 2 of Cups. 7 of Pentacles. You don't have to say too much. We're not going to go that far. I know, that's just how she was. She wanted to expose things, but we're just not doing that. All right, so there's multiple people behind the scenes controlling all the information that got put into the book. Got it, great. Okay, so we're going to look into the rift with Priscilla. The book touches on the relationship between Priscilla and Lisa Marie. And then it brings in there that page 7, I'll read this to you. Is this... My mother told me that she had thought about trying to fall off of her horse to cause a miscarriage. She didn't want to gain pregnancy weight. She thought that wouldn't be a good look for her as Elvis's wife. There were so many women after him, all of them beautiful. She wanted his undivided attention. She was so upset that she was pregnant that initially she only ate apples and eggs and never gained much weight. I was a pain in her ass immediately, and I always felt she didn't want me. I believe in energy in utero, so maybe I already felt her vibe of trying to get rid of me. Eventually, she just kind of decided to keep me, but at the time, she didn't have a great maternal instinct. That might be what's wrong with me. Okay. Which is also interesting, 202. Okay, so I have 202 marked here. But even as a child, I remember being really angry at my aunt one time. And I said, I disown you. Don't ever talk to me again. My aunt! I'm super sensitive and scared and not secure with who I am. I don't know who I am. I never really got the chance to uncover my own identity. I didn't have a family. I didn't have a childhood. And though some of it was fun, there was also constant trouble. And then I woke up. I woke up about a lot of stuff that had been going on around me for years. A lot of people were invested in having me quiet and manageable. That still seems to be true. So, anyhow, so Lisa Marie's saying, I always felt like my mom didn't want me. She didn't want any part of me. She wanted to be hot to trot still. Can't have her, getting all pregnant and stuff because there's all these other women hot for Elvis. So, the mom's like, damn it, now I'm pregnant. Meh. Okay. So, what was the relationship with Priscilla and Lisa Marie Presley towards the end? Because they always had their ups and downs. It was that type of mother-daughter relationship, up and down, up and down. But at the end, what was it about? 5 of Cups, Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands. Interesting. Lisa Marie's energy towards Priscilla would be that there's a lot of water under the bridge of, like, you know, things didn't go right for a lot of the time during their relationship. And there is a lot of discussion, arguments, whatever, communication about it. There is this idea of, like, Lisa Marie's energy would be like, I've been told all sorts of stories that weren't true. There's stories that have been told to me my entire life, which kind of ties into that being managed and whatnot. I'm always having to have weighed the facts. Lisa Marie would be like, I'm always weighing facts, trying to figure out what's the truth. Where's, you know, this, that, the other thing, where is it really the truth? Six of Wands, Page of Swords. Okay, interesting. This would be, she felt that this was going to be her opportunity to finally be heard, Lisa Marie, to say, I was going to have a chance to finally be heard. I was going to put the information out there and see if we can all piece it together, because, you know, maybe I'm too close to it because it's my mom, my family, XYZ, right? But I was hoping that I would get out from under the strength of my mother and be able to, let's get it all out there. Let me have my say, instead of having this perfectly managed, oh, this is this character and this is this character, and we can finesse them however we want, right? If it's like Priscilla's movie or the Elvis movie, right? Just the massaging of everything. And this is like Lisa Marie, you know, she was like, I want to get down to the nitty gritty, because I'm being told all these stories, right? And I don't know what's up, what's down. I know what I lived, but what I was living was through a filter of what they needed to tell me so they could manage me. Okay. So it's not even really, there's not a lot of emotion here. It's almost like I'm going against this person where I don't even know which way's up. Like, it's not like too emotional there, which is interesting. Now, the other thing she brought up, page 85, let me find this, about Priscilla's boyfriend. She's Mike Edwards. The first time Edwards came into my room in the middle of the night, drunk, kneeling, was years before. I think I was 10. I woke up to find him on his knees next to my bed, running his finger up my leg under the sheets, and if I moved, he stopped, so I moved. I was awake, but I was trying to be asleep. He said he was going to teach me what it was going to happen when I get older. He was putting his hand on my chest and saying, a man's going to touch here, and then he put his hand between my legs and he said, they're going to touch you here. I think he gently kissed me and then left that night. I told my mom in the car the next day, and I watched her slam her foot down on the gas. At home, I ran to my room, and she flew into her room and slammed the door. Eventually, she called me in and said that Edwards wanted to apologize. Edwards was sitting on their bed looking very sullen and sulky, and he said, I'm so sorry, but in Europe, that's how they teach the kids, so that's what I was doing. What? What? And then eventually it became that he would touch me and spank me and tell me not to look. Don't look at me, he said. Don't turn your head. I assume he was jerking off. He wouldn't be mad at me. And he did it very calmly, just sitting in a chair, whacking my ass, but my butt would be black, blue, orange, and green. It was kind of the same drill every time. He'd come into my room, did what he did, and once I showed my mom my butt, and she said, well, what did you do to cause that? As if he had just given me a spanking for misbehavior, and then she'd go scream at him. He'd say, oh, I was drunk, or she was actually flirting with me. And then she would make him come in and apologize, and I would feel bad and forgive him. I was 11, 12, 13. He'd still come into my room now and then, but I would move or do something to make him think that I was waking up, and then he'd run down the hallway back to my mom's room, freak out, and stay away. At this point in my life, my mom was trying to have a career. She was trying to be a model and an actress, and she's doing commercials, so she left town quite a bit. And as crazy as it sounds, Edwards was there more than my mother. I was more used to having him around than her. So Priscilla Presley allegedly is Mother of the Year. And she didn't kick him out. She kept him in the house. So what's up with this? Why is Priscilla not kicking this character out? Like, why? What's the deal? Temperance. I don't want to make a decision about Mike. I don't want to make a decision about it. Maybe he'll settle down. Maybe this is just a thing. It'll stop. It'll go away. I don't want to think about it too much. Don't talk about it. You'll bring too much attention to it. La 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 la. I mean, she's just absent and doesn't want to deal with it. What a terrible. Yep, I'm just going to go work. I need to get my whole career going. Just work, 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 work. This stuff will just settle out and figure it out on its own. Da, 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 da. This is like my opinion. This is like Priscilla just, I don't see no evil, hear no evil, none of that. And then this is also this thing of like, well, maybe that's what they do over there. I don't know. It'll eventually stop. This can't go on forever. I don't want to deal with it. Just, I have to focus on my career. What a piece of work. Piece of work. If I hadn't, read in the cards before about what a POS Priscilla was, well, this would definitely put me right over the edge, but I'm already over the edge. I am not a Priscilla fan. Okay. Oh, let's go here. So Scientology. She brings this up. Priscilla sent Lisa Marie Presley to go live at the Scientology Celebrity Center. And Lisa Marie Presley said that Scientology helped her. She crossed paths with her husband, Danny Keough, and they became an item. But Keough apparently made Lisa Marie Presley harder to control, right? They couldn't manage her as much in terms of the family, Priscilla, all of that. Then she says when she became pregnant, Edwards hired a PI, private investigator, to discredit Keough, like, well, that guy's a bad guy. He's terrible. You don't want to have his baby, da-da-da. And they multiple times had her try to, I guess, I don't know if multiple times, at least once, tried to have her get rid of Riley Keough. Riley speaks about it. There were multiple attempts to get my father away from my mother in order to gain control of her. And then they talked about this thing at the tennis court where Mike Edwards was trying to scare the piss out of Danny Keough. Who's behind this? So Mike Edwards, maybe we could say, oh, Mike Edwards is behind it because, he's doing terrible things to Lisa Marie Presley. Or this could be Priscilla's telling Mike Edwards, basically you're in charge of raising my daughter since I'm too busy trying to get a career over here. So I'm telling you, you have to go do this. Like, what's behind this? Maybe there's some other, maybe it's, couldn't be the church, I don't think in this instance, but what's going on here behind, get her away from Danny Keough and make sure that she don't have that baby. Nope, that's these people. Genuine concern about this, not saying it's legitimate, but genuine concern about this. Okay, my opinion. This is all Priscilla. This is all Priscilla behind the scenes. This kid is a pain in my ass. So that comes through again. I'm getting this kid's a pain in my ass. I'm getting that she could mess up my entire post-Elvis life. I can't be having that. I cannot be having that. I need to carefully manage. Gosh, she gives me a lot of Kris Jenner energy. I have to carefully manage how my kid's reputation is. I have to carefully manage my reputation and how everything's coming together. Yeah, so she's the undercover agent pushing Mike and whoever else to manage Lisa. I care for you so much. This is the whole reason. If she finds out it's me, I'm going to tell her it's because I'm your mother and I know what's best and I'm here to take care of you and make sure you don't get into trouble and fuck up my career. Okay. There's other things that I don't think we got in this book at all. There's other things, my opinion, that Priscilla was doing behind the scenes about trying to interfere and keep Lisa in her lane that she's supposed to be in. There's other stories here that would probably blow our hair back. Or blow your wig off if you have one of them. There's other stuff here. This one's a crazy bitch. Okay. Okay, so Lisa Marie's, this, I don't have this in the book. So Lisa Marie's reaction to Sofia Coppola's film Priscilla, she expressed that her father was portrayed as a predator and manipulative. And that wasn't included in the memoir. So there's no part of the book where she's coming to the defense of her father. Now, when you read the book, it's very much that she loved her father. That was like, she defends him at every opportunity, right? But that's not mentioned in this book at all. So you would expect that she would talk about the unfair portrayal of her dad. That didn't show up. So I'm assuming that's going to go back to some entity that's saying no to having that in the book, which is really shitty. When you think about it, like, oh, I'm going to do my memoir, but it's like now she's passed away and all the things that she wanted to say didn't get out. So why wasn't her reaction to the Priscilla movie included? Probably because Priscilla said no, but we'll just ask for further clarification. Okay. This would tell me, my opinion, that there's now a Lisa Marie Presley movie in the making, and perhaps the same players that did Priscilla are looking to create this movie, like turning this into a movie now. And so we can't have that in the book because we have something going on here. There's this partnership here, Priscilla and Sofia, that we can come together and make another movie and make some more money. Yeah. That we're going to profit off of her passing, her life. We're going to tell the story because that falls under the umbrella of the Elvis Presley mythology. So, of course, we're going to do that. Yeah, we're just seeing who's going to buy it, produce it, whatever. So, okay. God, these people. Okay. We're going to get into Lisa Marie's relationships. Lisa Marie, she discussed her relationship with Michael Jackson. But there's nothing really about her and Michael Lockwood, which I was interested in hearing because Michael Lockwood's always been kind of like an elusive figure to me. I don't know a lot about him. They were in the band together. They had the twin daughters, and then they were going to break up. And Lisa Marie filed for divorce in 2016. They had a lot of legal battles. They were battling over finances. Then there was Lisa Marie claimed to have found inappropriate images of niños and niñas on Lockwood's computer. And then, I don't know, everything seems to disappear, goes away, and whatnot. So no talk of Lockwood at all. So why is that? Okay. The editor, creative editing, the editors are making sure that part is not in there. There we go again. Who are the powers that be, the Priscilla, the EPs, all of the things. We're not putting that in there. You cannot have a sloppy family and have it be profitable. Or at least this family can't be sloppy and have it be profitable. No. This is just one big happy family. We have problems. I swear this is like Kris Jenner Kardashian energy again about this whole managed family image coming out there. Decision was made. We weighed the options. Nope. Ace of Pentacles. For the sake of the children, the twins. No, we're not doing this. We're managing it all. That is not allowed to go in. Not at all. But this is because this is powers that be said no. We are not bringing anything in there about what she thought about him. How interesting. I would, when you become older, at that point, usually you start hearing about all of the relatives in your family. And you start to hear the true stories, the things that used to, like, pss, 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 Uncle Teddy, pss, 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 right? Then you find out about Uncle Teddy. This is just wiped clean. This is like, who knows if the real deal ever gets shared in the family, but it doesn't seem like it. It seems like this has just been put away, lock and key, whatever. Okay, then let's get into her, Lisa Marie's role in the Elvis Presley estate. Okay, so she inherited the estate and she managed it. This was interesting. One day I made the mistake of sitting at the head of the table at a board meeting. My mom came in and said, "Don't you ever sit in my seat at the head of the table. Who do you think you are? This is my business. I am the one who opened Graceland. You can't just come in here and sit like you're something." Good Lord. And then there's another story. It goes back to Jerry Schilling. So that's why I'm like, what is her role then over here at the estate when Priscilla's like, "Don't you come right here, don't be sitting in my chair. Who you think you're something?" Like, excuse me? So then Lisa Marie sells 85% of Elvis Presley Enterprises in 2005. And then Priscilla at that point largely becomes like an ambassador or, ceremonial ding dong they send out there, right? But I'm curious, like, what role or any power did Lisa Marie have within the estate at any point? Now, of course, this part where she comes into the meeting, I don't think there's a time frame. If it is, I would have to go look at it later. But was Lisa Marie's role at the point where she's like inheriting the estate? Because I'm sure it's like dicey with, "Don't be sitting in my chair, I opened Graceland." Hoping there's ideas, things that she wanted to do, she was looking forward to doing, feeling like now I'm in the power seat and I'm going to finally be able to portray how I want the family to be represented in the public's eyes. And then I'm silenced. Because we have to keep that machine feeding itself. So all of the secrets, all of the things that we can't just be a real American family. We have to have it all polished and whatnot, right? It all has to be polished. Yeah. And then we have this, let me just see if I fix that camera on that. Knight of Swords. Come on down. No, you don't want to come on down? Don't want to come on down? No. Thanks, camera. No, this is like, so with our Knight of Swords, this is like trying to fight for what's right, trying to put out like what we've got, what's the real nitty gritty here. And all that secret information, no, it's got to stay secret, right? We're bringing in the money, so that's like even when she comes into power, it's like, I don't have any real power. Everybody else, it's like a machine that's already run. You have all these people in their positions already doing their things, and there's no way to change course for this big ocean liner that's already heading a certain direction. Okay, so, yeah, okay. Now, I'm also curious, so then Lisa sells 85%. What's Priscilla thinking? Because, I opened Graceland. Don't sit in my chair. Who do you think you are? I don't know. Someone who's actually blood related to my dad. Who are you, bitch? Okay, so what did Priscilla think when 85% was sold? What a dummy. Just took that offer. Foolish. I think she kept pushing. Keep it. Which, who knows if it would have been a good idea to keep that whole percentage, but it's like, keep it. Priscilla's not happy. Not happy when that happens. But at the same point, she's maneuvering to see how she can keep some tentacle tucked away into the building, the operation. Yeah. Okay, so she's not happy about this. At the same time, she's also saying, like, well, you'll always want to have me around because I'm going to help you guys do what I've always done. You know, I can fill in the missing pieces of the puzzle or give you guidance on how it should go, right? That's what this is. Not happy at all.
You stupid fool. Why'd you do that? Meh.
Okay. Man, we're at 37 minutes. I think we should make this a part 2 because I've still got to get into her music career, her Michael Jackson relationship, Benjamin Keough, and Oprah Winfrey. What else did I have on this list? That's it. Okay, so I think we're going to have a part 2 on this. All right, well, thank you so much for watching. I'm not sure where part 2 is going to be, if it's going to be for members or not. Well, stay tuned. But that's what we have for today. So thank you so much for watching. And until next time,